Good morning, it's Double T. Joining me from the Rockford IceHogs, Tyler Sikura. How you doing today, buddy?
Morning, everybody.
So last time we spoke was before the holidays, and we were talking about you were getting ready to have some time off and get to go home. How was going home for the holidays?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's nice to have a little break where you get a couple days rest and to see all the people that you love. And my sister just had her little baby, the first, so got to go see a little niece. And,
is that the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Nice.
Got to meet her, and it was a great couple days at home.
That's awesome. It's got to be cool to be able to get that time off and relax, but at the same time, get to see your niece. Because if the timing was a little different, it might be several months before you could do that.
Yeah, exactly. So, it kind of makes it real, and it's nice to see her when she's just, a couple inches long, pretty much.
Now, when you go home, do your parents have all kinds of things lined up for you to do and people to see, and you're pretty much spoken for the whole time?
Yes and no. Like, we'll have a lot of family dinners and whatnot, but they're pretty lenient about how I want to spend my time. Like, my girlfriend lives like 45 minutes away, so kind of juggling time between her and my family and my friends and everything. So I'm busy the whole time that you're home, but that's in a short trip the way you got to do it.
When you're home now, do you drive home or do you fly home?
I flew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have to rent a car? Did you borrow someone's car?
I just borrowed. Yeah, just get from A to B. That's pretty much all you need to do.
Mom, can I borrow the car?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're in high school again.
Make sure you fill it up, right, when you're done?
Exactly.
Does your family have any traditions for the holidays that you do, or is it kind of just laid back?
It's pretty laid back. We'll do a big, Slovakian dinner. That's our big, tradition in our family. So when we were younger, we used to play, mini hockey in the basement. That was our thing.
Nice.
I think we're older now, and you get to hang out at the parents' table a little bit more.
I'm talking to Tyler Sikura from the Rockford IceHogs. So while you're off those few days, do you skate at all? Do you work out at all? Or do you take that time to rest your body?
You work out a little bit or do something to keep active, but it kind of depends on the situation. I think at this point in the year, everybody's got some nagging injury or some sickness or something that's going on. So just a matter of listening to your body. Nobody really goes on the skates, I don't think, unless it's a kind of casual family skate or something like that.
Okay. How long into the season, because when you're coming in, you're fresh. How long into the season until that freshness is gone and you're starting to feel kind of the wear and tear of the hockey season?
Come around Christmas time, I think you start to see a little break coming up, and then after Christmas, they really they hammer you. Played 7 games in 12 days with 3 or 4 travel days and whatnot. So right now I think is the point where you see some injuries and stuff like that. But I think that's for the better team's advantage if you can have some depth and use everybody and get contributions from everybody. Then you can take advantage of that.
That's kind of how the team is, the IceHogs. It seems like there's a lot of guys that help out and have a role and do a thing.
Yeah, and you have to have that in order to be a good team in this league. Every team's got good players, so that's something that can differentiate yourself if you can get contributions up and down your lineup.
I know on this level you guys really take care of yourselves and things like eating right and stuff, but you get home for Christmas, the holidays. How hard was it to stay on track?
You let yourself, you let your hair down a little bit. It's not like you have those kind of meals every day. Right. Some of those desserts that you only get when you're at home and whatnot. So that's a good excuse to, like you said, reward yourself a little bit for the discipline during the year.
Now you talk about hitting the road. So this week you guys head to Texas, and you have 2 games, and then you have a couple days off, and then you have a game. So doesn't make sense to fly back and then go back to Texas. So what will you do with your downtime when you're on the road and you have extra days like that?
I think I'll just kind of get out and enjoy the city a little bit. Go for a nice river walk in San Antonio probably, and a nice meal. Nothing too crazy, but just kind of escape the game a little bit and hang out with the guys on the road. I think that's the best thing about the road is you're all together, and you have that opportunity where you can lay back and have a nice meal and just enjoy each other's company a little bit.
Now, will you go out as a team, as the full group, or do you kind of branch off into smaller groups?
We'll branch off, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had a team meal or something like that on our day off. They're pretty first class organization in that way. Last year on the road, especially on playoffs, we had a lot of team meals that were, nice to get everybody together and bond and share some good food.
Yeah. Now, when you guys show up, part of the hockey world is you come in a suit. You guys are dressed up. So when you're on the road, obviously you're wearing your suit and stuff. Now, do you have other clothes and stuff to wear when you're out and about?
Yeah.
So you don't have to do the suit all the time?
You don't have to do the suit the whole time, which is nice. We're not that important. But hopefully pack a pair of shorts. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be dealing with weather-wise. I haven't looked. But,
right. It'll be better than here no matter what.
It'll be better for sure.
I'm talking to Tyler Sikura from the Rockford IceHogs. I know you guys played on Sunday, but did you get a chance to check out the Bear game at all?
Yeah, we saw the tail end of it. We were still in our gear. It was like 2 minutes left when we finished the game, so we were all watching and cheering in the room. And it was
everyone's hopes were high.
Yeah, a little bit deflating after the result of it.
Now, you've been playing hockey for years and stuff. I don't know if you've ever had a situation where something's come up in a game or maybe a teammate. I think it's kind of comparable to a goalie almost letting in that goal. I mean, what is that feeling like to have a fail like that in sports?
It sucks. It sucks when you're that guy, but it sucks when you're a teammate of that guy as well because, you see the work that they put in throughout the year. You see, how they are as a person off the field or off the ice. And, you don't want them to be defined by something like that. And obviously it's a pretty mental profession, being a kicker. And it's unfortunate the way that things worked out for him. But I think he handled it the right way. And I think, the Bears handled it the right way as far as I can tell. And, you just need to pick a guy up and realize that there's other situations throughout the course of the game. Everyone maybe could have done something differently on another play earlier, and they wouldn't be in a certain situation or whatever the case may be. So it's one of those things where it's a team game, and you got to just pick each other up at that point.
It's amazing to me how you guys can quickly move on to the next phase. If something happens, well, you know what? What can you do? There's nothing, and you move on, where I think a lot of normal people will dwell on it and will live on it for a long time. Is that something you learned early on in your career?
Not early on, actually. It's something that you learn more and more as you get older, I think, as guys start to get families or, have other interests in life outside of hockey. You kind of put things into perspective. For myself, I'm pretty hard on myself. Like you said, after a game, if I miss one, I'll be thinking about it and kicking myself about it. And I've kind of learned that, like you said, it doesn't do any good if you're dwelling on it and just expending energy on something that's already happened. You got to focus on the next game. In this league, we pretty much have a game coming up to look forward to, or a couple. So
right.
You gotta put it in the rearview mirror and find a way to be at your best for the next game.
Yeah, because nobody's perfect. Everyone's going to make a mistake at some point. So to move on and make the play the next time, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's that next play mentality, and it's something that doesn't come naturally for me or for some of the other guys, but it's a learned skill.
How's the team been playing so far in the past couple of weeks or so?
We're on a little bit of a skid. We're playing pretty well. We're having a lot of trouble scoring goals, and our goalies are doing a good job keeping us in the game. But we just couldn't find a way to break through. But last game we finally were able to. We had put up 6 goals on a good team, the first place division team Iowa. So that was nice to get the winning feeling back. And I think we got some reinforcements from Chicago just now, and just kind of a new energy after the new year, and we're hoping to put together a good little run here.
It's quite the battle in your division right now. There's not a lot of points separating you and Chicago and Iowa and Milwaukee. It's going to be a fight to the finish, isn't it?
Yeah, you learn that from playing in this division for a couple of years that, wow, every team's good. Every night is an opportunity to play a team that you can make up some ground or try to pull away from a little bit. So we're in a stretch right now. I think we're going to play 40-something straight Central Division games, and it's
you don't get sick of them at all, do you?
Not at all. You see the same jerseys in the same places and the same players a lot. You build up a little bit of a rivalry, and you definitely want to win those games, and that's something that we're looking to do and make up some ground.
I'm talking to Tyler Sikura from the Rockford IceHogs. Which team do you hate playing the most? Do you have one?
No, not really. The Iowa away games are probably the ones that you don't want to see on the calendar, because that's the 4.5 hours on the bus. You're probably going to get back in the middle hours of the night, and
if you don't play well, you're going to have a practice the next day.
Yeah. So those are the ones more for scheduling than actual on ice performance.
Is that the road trip you hate the most then, going to Iowa?
Probably, because
it's such a boring drive. There's nothing.
My cell service isn't great on the way there, so I'm kind of in and out if I forget to download stuff.
Right.
I'm sitting alone with my thoughts for a little while. So you hope that things went well in the game if that's the case.
So when you have a longer bus ride like that, what do you like to do? Do you watch a movie? Do you listen to music?
Yeah, I'll listen to a lot of podcasts or some Howard Stern or some music. Try to chat with the guys as much as possible. That's nice when you have when you get a win or a day or two off from games after, because guys are a little bit looser and you can hang out or talk about stuff, play some cards, whatever the case may be.
Very, very cool. We'll have a great road trip to Texas. It's like Friday, Saturday, and then Tuesday you're in Texas, and then you come back home a week from Friday, January 18th. Thanks so much for coming back in.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
I'll have you back in after the road trip. So have some good stories from Texas. All right?
Yeah, we'll try.
Tyler Sikura from the Rockford IceHogs.